This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting, brought to you by Boohoo Man. I'm joined by Daley Perales down at his gym, Trenchtown. How's it going, Daley?
Yeah, all good. Living life.
The gym looks pretty busy today. The busiest I've seen it so far.
Yeah. So it's getting there. Trying to create that boxing community, you know.
Yeah, certainly made a good start on it. We'll go straight into it today. Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. Wow, this must have been a shock to you.
No.
Not a shock.
Not a shock because I'm open-minded. Right. I know how this game works. You know, there's been exhibitions been done all the way back to Muhammad Ali that's done exhibitions, and now when you have so much money involved in the sport now these days, nothing surprises me.
Does it surprise you that Jake Paul took the fight though? I know it had been kind of flowing around and seeing if it was going to happen or not, but now it's actually announced it's happening.
It does. And it doesn't. Obviously, I think Anthony Joshua's going to knock him out. But at the same time, I don't think it's a thing where people are going to laugh at Jake Paul when that happens. I reckon it's very smart from Jake Paul because it's about getting the respect from the real boxing world. Like, okay, he lost, he got knocked out, but he's got some balls to get in there and face a two-time heavyweight champion of the world that's still active and trying to become heavyweight champion for the third time. So this is why people have got to respect Jake Paul for taking the fight. I don't think he's going to win, obviously, but the fact that he's getting in there, he's going to earn everyone's respect.
Being a boxing coach yourself, if you were training Jake Paul, would you have taken the fight?
I mean, I'll say you're stupid, mate, but we're going to come up with a plan. It's a bit like, you know, when Deji come to me and goes, we're fighting Floyd Mayweather. I said, what? Floyd? Are you sure? So it was about just getting Deji to have a game plan that not only gives a good account of himself, but also keeps him safe as well, because he's nowhere near a level of a Floyd Mayweather. So it's the same thing. His coaches are going to do a game plan what hopefully will give a good account of himself, but also be able to know how to keep himself safe in there, because let's not be mistaken here. If Joshua lands clean on Jake Paul's chin, he could end up in a very bad way. So I know it's all entertainment and they're going to break records and Netflix and all that kind of stuff, but we have to understand the dangers that are involved in boxing. And, you know, that's why I say people got to respect Jake Paul for doing this, because he's at risk.
He's at a big risk indeed. I saw something that David Hay was saying where people were kind of worrying for Jake Paul, and David Hay was like, well, he's only going to take a lot of damage if he goes and gets beaten up for 12 rounds. He just gets knocked out in one punch. That's probably one of the best things that could happen in terms of taking the least damage possible.
Yeah, David Hay is right, but also one punch can end your life as well. So you got the two sides. Yeah, he could get badly beaten up if it went 12 rounds, which can be worse long term for your health. But also one punch. We've seen one punch that can do damage to fighters.
Do you give Jake Paul any chance at all to beat Anthony Joshua?
No. If Anthony Joshua was retired and he didn't really care about being pro, and he weren't trying to be three-time heavyweight champion of the world, then, yeah, do you know what I mean? You just know how it's going to go, you know. So, yeah, I'm worried for Jake Paul, to be honest with you. It's Anthony Joshua. He's still active. He's not a retired fighter. He's an active fighter that can really bang and hit. Do you know what I mean? So, you know what? I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate here, right? No matter what, Anthony Joshua's gonna win. It's how he's gonna win. If it's points, and then Joshua won't care. Obviously, he's getting bloody 50 million or whatever he's getting, so he won't care. But the boxing people will be like, what the hell is this?
Well, if it goes to points, that's a Jake Paul win.
Exactly. So I reckon it will be a knockout, but what kind of knockout? So just had a thought. I was talking with one of my friends. Don't be surprised if the knockout is to the body and not the chin.
Right. And why would that be?
For safety reasons. You know?
Have we seen AJ take anyone out with a body shot before, though? It's quite unusual in heavyweight boxing. You see fighters get taken out by body shots.
Unusual in heavyweight boxing, but not unusual to do it on Jake Paul. Like, we've got to be honest with ourselves of the difference between Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul. Jake Paul's done amazing. He's done amazing for business. He's done amazing for women's boxing. You know, he's taken a sport serious with his training and everything. But let's not stand here and just like try and act like this is like act like it's not a mismatch. It's a mismatch. Do you know what I mean? So it just for me, it's just how long will Jake Paul last? But for me, it doesn't matter how long will Jake Paul last, whether he gets knocked out, he loses, whatever. Jake Paul is already won by having the balls to take on Anthony Joshua. That's what people don't understand, you know? It's not about the win. It's about that he's gone, let's make the Joshua fight. Right. That's a win. So all those doubters, like myself, that doubts Jake Paul, fight a real fight, all that goes away now. Do you know what I mean? So now what remains to be seen is, round one, how will they shape up? Do you know what I mean? Because to tell the truth, I didn't like the Tyson fight. The Tyson fight was getting billed like it's going to be something, and then I didn't like the fight at all. It was a nothing fight. But if round one happens and I can see them shaping up like they really want to do damage to each other, then yeah, that's going to get my respect.
Do you not find it a little strange that he was training for John Davis, a 5'5", 135-pound fighter, and he's now fighting a heavyweight in Anthony Joshua? Like the difference in training camps, the switch around, the turnaround in a month isn't very practical at all.
It's not practical, and that's why they should get someone like my fighter Jordan Thompson over to Jake Paul's camp. You know what I mean? 6'7". You know, Anthony Joshua build, that could help him out. But yeah, it is going from a 5'5" to like a 6'6" fighter is very difficult to do. But at the end of the day, I see this as not just a fight, more of a spectacle, a show. You know, they're gonna break records on Netflix. You know what I mean? So it's more about the bigger picture.
Okay. All right, prediction for that fight?
Anthony Joshua, knockout. Has to listen. And Ngannou lasted 2 rounds.
Yeah.
It depends how Joshua plays it. If he goes in there just to have a little fun for a little bit, then take him out, then I'll say 3 to 5. If he's going in there to make a point, then I'm going to say second round.
Right, second round.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see if we see that Ngannou version of Joshua, or we see the Ruiz 2 version of Joshua, you know?
Huh?
Is if we see that version of Joshua when he fought Ngannou, or otherwise?
Exactly. So if that version turns up to do serious damage, then we know how it's going to go. Yeah. You know, it's not about disrespecting Jake Paul. You know, it's just about being realistic. And as I said, for me, this is a win. If he gets knocked out, it's a win for Jake Paul. It's not a win for Joshua because everyone is expecting that to happen. It's a win for Jake Paul because he has the balls to actually get in there with someone like Anthony Joshua.
I know. Impressive stuff indeed. Moving on then, a day later is Andrew Tate versus Chase Damore, Misfits in Dubai. Are you going to be coming out to the Dubai show?
I'll talk to Mams and see.
See if there's any flights going your way.
Yeah, exactly. We know we've got family out there as well, so yeah, I might go there. But that's an interesting fight.
I think a lot of people are sort of downplaying Chase Damore in this fight, aren't they? But then they got to remember Tate's old. He's sort of past his prime. He's coming back, and Chase is getting into his prime. Where Chase is quite dangerous. He's a big guy who can punch.
And Tate is not originally a boxer.
He's a former kickboxer.
Exactly. So it's a bit different. Do you know what I mean? Also, Chase is unorthodox. He's awkward. You know, he's big and awkward. So Tate's not going to get his own way. What I see from Tate, though, he knows how to dog it. he's got that grit and he can punch. But I think Chase Demore has come on. If you go all the way back to where they played his first clip of his fight and he's turning his back and he's hitting a shadow, to the way he fights now, it's completely different. So I even told Chase myself in Qatar, I said, you've come a long way, man. You're really putting in the work and learning the fundamentals. And that's why he's getting results. So it is going to be an interesting fight. It's not just because Andrew Tate is the name doesn't mean he's going to win.
Do you see it as a big risk for Andrew Tate to give Chase Demore the opportunity to fight him when he could have gone and got like a much easier fight or smaller person? Because Chase is like 6'5", Tate's 6'2". Chase is the bigger guy in this.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I think for him to get respect in the scene, like, who is he really going to fight? What other heavyweights is he going to fight? And Chase Demore is he's the name for the Misfits heavyweight.
Well, he's the heavyweight champion, you know.
Heavyweight champion, and he's got a character. You know, he's got personality. So the build-up, you know what Chase is going to do. He's going to try and rile up Andrew Tate, get him angry. You know what Chase is all about. He's like a Misfits Muhammad Ali with his talking. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's not just because, as I say, Andrew, it's good for both of them. Do you know? You got Andrew Tate having his first Misfits fight, and now he's CEO and all that kind of stuff. But then it's good for Chase because to fight a big name like that, that's going to be good for his profile.
What do you make of Tate becoming CEO?
I mean,
expect the unexpected, right? As you said earlier in the interview, nothing shocks you anymore.
Nothing shocks me anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some storyline involved where in 2026, as long as Tate gets through this, or even if he doesn't beat Chase, Andrew Tate versus KSI, and it will be for Andrew Tate keeping the CEO title, right, or KSI, whoever wins, KSI gets his company back, or yeah, that's what it'll be, something like that. I'm expecting some kind of thing like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. That's what I sort of thought, but then KSI won't fight again, it seems. It seems that KSI is staying retired. It seems he had enough of boxing.
This year. I don't think he's probably had enough of boxing, but there's always something that can bring him back. And I think Andrew Tate could be something that could bring him back.
The name that could pull him back in, indeed. Andy Taylor versus Dylan Dennis in MMA. Do you like this one?
Oh, it's an MMA fight. I thought it was a boxing fight. Oh, that's going to be entertaining, isn't it?
The rematch when they last fought in Austin.
Who?
Remember in the street fight?
Outside the hotel. Yeah. That's going to be interesting, actually. I haven't got a clue, but I'm not clued up on MMA, so I don't know who's going to win that. It's just going to be entertaining, isn't it?
Well, AT used to fight in Bellator back in the day. That's how he got a start, and then he came onto the Misfits boxing scene. So it's a good fight.
But Dylan Dennis is apparently like a world-class
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you know, so I think once he gets him into that position, it could be game over. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, good doing, Dean. Let's speak about this then. Dean the Great is fighting Amanda Vargas.
Good fight.
Do you know much about the Vargas brothers?
Yeah, of course. They're a big name, especially the dad. I grew up watching the dad. He's a legend. His sons. He's got talented sons that fight.
He beat Sean Garcia recently, the Vargas brother, and it was one of the undercards for one of the fights. I completely forgot which one it is, but he beat him quite convincingly as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I see that as a technical fight on the bill. Yeah.
Were you excited when Jake Paul recently called out Deji? Your reaction to that?
Yeah. I messaged Deji and I was like, oh yeah, he called you out, and he just started laughing. But you know what? Jake Paul's actually Deji's a bit heavier now. So
maybe now it's more of an even fight in terms of size.
Yeah, it could be, but no, I don't see that happening.
If you were training Deji all the way back then when he fought on the KSI Logan 1 undercard against Jake, do you reckon it would have gone differently? Like, if you were training him and you'd trained Deji to beat Jake, none of this would have happened. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah, I 100% think that if I was, like with all my fighters, we train to win. We're not training to lose. So, yeah, I believe in myself to make a difference where he could have, beat Jake Paul, yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Wow. That is crazy. And that was because he didn't beat him and Jake Paul did win. And Jake Paul boxed quite well in that fight. This has all happened because of it.
Yeah, and look at the journey as well. I believe in life sometimes, things happen for a reason. He didn't beat Jake. Then he went on to lose 2 more. And then, I wouldn't have met him, would I?
I know.
And we wouldn't have fought Floyd Mayweather. So
yeah, we've never done an interview ever. That's kind of nuts.
That memorable night, you know what? Fighting Floyd Mayweather is a personal thing for me because of who Floyd. Because I come from real boxing, like Floyd Mayweather. But the best moment for me was that 0-2, where, Kenny and Deji fought, and Deji got his first win against Fuzi. Like, that night for me, I still watch it now and get goosebumps. Wow. Yeah, I'll watch it back, yeah.
What a night, the first ever Mrs. Boxing show. Did you see the recent show, though, with Foxy G and Cray Cray?
Yeah. I was impressed with Foxy G. Foxy G is like, it's crazy. It's like, you would think going into that fight, oh, this might be a bit too much for him, experience-wise. But then he was awkward. I think Little Cray Cray didn't know what to do with him, did he? So I was very, very impressed. He's one thing, hard work beats talent. I'm not saying he's not talented, but hard work beats talent, and he's a definition of hard work and what hard work where it can bring you.
No, it's pretty nuts. Did you see B-Day's knockout against Rod Stewart's son?
Yes, I did, and the celebration, I saw it. Yeah, so, there's nothing to say, right? It lasted about 10 seconds.
Do you see Rod Stewart was actually at the Eubank Conor Benn fight in ringside? Yeah. So he's a boxing fan. If only he had come to his son's fight.
I know, he probably didn't. He didn't want to he save himself some embarrassment.
What did you make of Eubank and Benn, the rematch?
It was just sad to watch. Eubank, he weren't himself. Congratulations to Conor Benn. He done what he had to do. He boxed a smart fight. But yeah, you could tell Eubank he just weren't there. And anyone that's boxed and will know that feeling. It could come back to bite you in the arse just like that.
And why was he not there in the fight?
I just think when you're at his weight, to do that weight back to back in such a short space of time, it's not like he had a year out. That rematch got put together pretty quick, and you're trying to cut that weight. And then also, I reckon something serious and bad has happened behind the scenes that no one knows about yet, but will know about. And he just totally mentally wasn't there. His legs weren't there. His mind weren't there. His punch resistance weren't there. His punches had no strength in them. It was just sad to watch. You
liked his walkout, though, with 50 Cent?
Yeah, that was iconic. Yeah.
50 Cent one side, Chris Eubank Sr. on the other side, and him in the middle.
Yeah.
In front of all those people at the arena.
Yeah, with the white fur coat. Yeah, it was good. That was the best part of the show for me. Is like even Conor Benn's with the steel band. It was amazing.
Certainly. Anything else coming up for you in the next few weeks? Anything coming down here at the gym at Trenchtown that's getting on with things now?
Yeah, one of my fighters is preparing for a fight. So on December the 13th, Hamza, a very talented fighter.
What show is it on?
So he's on a smaller show because we just need to get him out and stay and be active. And then we're looking to go on January 23rd on the Atoma card, Queensbury. So yeah, we're going to get this one out of the way just to get him up and running because it is his pro debut. And then we got Jordan. Jordan signed to Matchroom, so we're looking to fight in the new year as well. And then the return. Oh, Martin Foru. Watch this space. I forgot about this. I don't want to say too much, but I've had conversations with Mams, and Mams said, I think it's time to introduce Martin to Misfits Pro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Martin wants to do it.
Okay.
So Mams said, get ready for the new year.
All right. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it indeed. Well, Daley, thank you very much as always, and I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Thank you.